came with me because I didn't feel like I could travel alone. But I feel like Sunny just threw our whole relationship, us, our love, our whole year of talking, I feel like Sunny just threw it all out.
I'm confused. How did Sunny throw their relationship away when she's the one that lied, or shall I say, withheld information from him? She's the one that traveled to Durban, South Africa with her ex without Sunny knowing about it. And everyone else knew about it as well. But Sunny's the one that, okay.
You know, how sudden that he found out. I mean, he definitely has every right to feel betrayed. Can't let something stupid like me being here ruin the whole thing.
He does not want to see me. He wants nothing to do with me. He's done with me. He wants me to get on the plane and go home.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I would want the same thing. Like, why did you come here with your ex?
Here's what I'm gonna do to make it right. He probably feels threatened, but I'm here. And he feels in the dark. It's fake to do that.
100% he feels, you know what? For me personally, right? I wouldn't even feel threatened that you're here. It's just a matter of the fact that I don't trust you no more. You disrespected me. You know, I can understand someone traveling and not wanting to travel alone because, you know, they're afraid for whatever reason. I understand that. So you tell me that. The fact that you couldn't tell me that you're afraid to travel abroad alone, that's where I'm actually annoyed the most. Because as your international partner, you should have the confidence to tell me that you do not want to jump on the plane alone because you are afraid of it. Okay? Because therefore, do you know what you and I can do? We can then have a conversation of how we can make it easier for you. That conversation could entail, okay, cool. Can I come to you instead of you coming to me? Okay, I guess I can't because maybe my visa to come to America isn't applicable. In that case, no worries. Let's think about the next plan. What's the next plan? All right, so it means you obviously have to come to me. All right, do you have any family members that can come with you? They can't come with you? Okay, no worries. Do you have any friends that can come with you? That is not an ex, clearly. Okay, you don't have any. All right, now, is it a case of where they can't come when you are trying to come? Or is it a case of where they just can't come like ever at all? Which would never make any sense because surely you'd have some family members or some friends that'll be able to come with you at some point. I'm more than happy to wait until you can come with a friend that is available when you are available. Point blank, period. More than happy to wait for that. Okay? But okay, so for some reason now we've come to a conclusion that you can only come with your ex. You know what I would say? And I'd be like, okay, cool, all right. I don't really want to see your ex, you know, to be honest with you. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how I can navigate around that area, around the ex part. To be honest with you, I'll probably be like, you know what? Just don't worry about it. I'm good. I just don't know if I can do it. I've got an alternative. The only alternative would be, okay, if you can only come with ex, you can do that. But only if your ex is bringing their partner, if they've got a partner, or if they're bringing someone with, you know, I don't know. Now, the whole ex thing just doesn't make sense, to be honest with you. I don't know how that could ever... Because I've got to see your ex now. I've got to see the person that was giving you the pipe before I've even touched you. I haven't even kissed you yet. I haven't even shown you how good I am yet in the bedroom. And you're going to bring this guy that already knows your body more than I do? He's touched every single... Oh, just thinking about it is just making me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, I'd have to cancel the whole thing, not gonna lie to you. I'll be like, you know what, in that case, let's just wait until I can get a visa to come to you. Let's just wait for that if you've somehow got no one that could ever come with you. And to be honest with you, if I find out that you have no one, none of your friends or family members could ever come with you, to be honest with you, that is actually a warning sign of its own because I'll be thinking, rah, nobody wants to come with you? Like, what's wrong with you? Is there something that I'm not knowing about you? So if I really deep it properly, if you're that much of a loner and or that much like around people, but they don't want to support you and stuff, that's not looking good neither, is it now? Listen, all I know is this. The whole X thing, nah, it's not happening on my watch. F that. I tried to find a way to get around it. I couldn't. I'm gonna lie to you. But anyway, so I guess this is why she without this information. But let's just say we go with the storyline that she gave us, where she obviously meets me now and doesn't tell me, because she was afraid, which I understand. And then and then I see this ex is with her and they were taking pictures. Yeah, nah, enjoy the rest of your trip with your ex. I'm good. I'm good. Nah, I can't be doing that. I'm gonna lie to you. And it's not about insecurities, you know what I'm saying? I've always had this thing where I don't need to know and I don't need to see the person that used to lay the smack down on you. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, unless you're not my girl and I don't really care about you, different conversation. But we get into it.
Faye, to do that.
I wanted to be the one to tell you. I wanted to tell you before I left, and then it just didn't feel like the right time because I was scared you were going to tell me not to come, and then I didn't want to create more problems.
I didn't want to create more problems despite the fact that I already created a problem by not telling you. Okay, you make sense. Yeah. To whom? I don't know. Not to me. Yeah.
Like, I was taken away from my parents, and so I just didn't tell you sooner, like everyone else. You know, like I worked really hard to have the stable life I have today. He was there when my brother passed away. I do want to tell you that right after my brother's death, me and Rory had a baby that passed away really hard, and it was the darkest time of my life, and the hardest thing I've ever been through in my life.
Here's the thing. Call me cold, but no, this ain't cold, no. So now I'm finding out the reason why you and your ex are so close, and the reason why you trust him so much, and the reason you're probably never going to let him go from your life is because you two share something special or a certain strength, a strength that you and I don't even have yet. So I've now got to not necessarily compete, but I'm going to feel like I'm now going to have to compete with the idea that I need to make sure that you know that I'm the only man in your life that you need to actually confide in, actually ever come to me. Because the fact is, what you're basically telling me is that anytime you need someone to be your rock, to be your shoulder, to be that person that's going to understand you, you're going to go to your ex for that. So each time you and I have a dispute, and it's funny because she did it in this episode, she went to her ex for advice. So each time you have a dispute, you're going to go to your ex. Your ex is going to know more about our relationship than I know about it. But you know, sometimes some people will be having friends that they tell people about what's going on in their relationship and get advice and all that kind of stuff. And you're telling me that's going to be Rory, your ex? What? What? Boy, are you mad? I can imagine each time we have a little dispute, all I'm going to be thinking about is, oh, she's going to go to him again, isn't she? She can go and cry on his shoulder. He's probably going to be like, oh, they're always there for her. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you know, sometimes when people get emotional and they get a little bit vulnerable, you know what happens, right? She'll be like, well, Rory understands me. He knows me. Me and him already connected before. So, yeah, you're moving mad. She's literally another Ariola. You know how Ariola, obviously her ex-husband, was still pretty much in her life and she'd go to him about Benny. Oh my goodness gracious me. Yeah, that information right there would not make it easy, would not make it any better for me personally. Sonny's reaction was, oh, okay, in that case, I understand and I can give us a chance. Are you mad? Bro, understand this. You're never going to be her rock. Rory's always going to be her rock, and even if you're ever going to be her rock, you're going to have to do a whole lot of things to show. And the crazy thing about it is that the reason these two are so tight is because, sadly, they lost a child as well as her losing a parent at the same time. They're bonded on a loss of it. The only hopes that you'd ever have is that you hope that Rory finds a woman that basically bans him from seeing his ex. Because when Rory finds a girl, his girl's not going to want him to be friends with her. No way. Are you mad? Especially with this piece of information. Ha! Ooh, I'm done. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me know what you're thinking. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.